Welcome back to some more MLE action. Squid, welcome back.
You sound exhausted after the last match.
Holy cow.
Honestly.
Five fantastic games of Rocket League. It's just, it wears you out after a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty close there at the end.
It was
a close match, dang.
How did your match go, sir?
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't get to see the full series because I was busy playing my match against the Wolves, the Premier League Wolves, who were, if there's one thing I have to say about the Wolves, there's a reason they are feared. I will say that. However, we did manage to pull out the win in a reverse sweep.
Wow.
2 1-goal games in games 3 and 4, so we barely managed it through. So,
awesome.
It was close, but we did it, and I was actually incredibly proud of my teammate Kill. So big shout out. He's actually not going to be able to play for. He got promoted at work, and he is going to be at training for 4 weeks. He's not going to be able to play.
Well, I'm just glad that the Premier League is already giving some fantastic games. I mean, I'm serious. That last series was so close between both teams. It was so hard to tell who was going to win at any point during that series. But anyways, we've got some more Rocket League for you. One more series. Last series of the night, Eclipse versus Aviators in the Foundation League. Let me go ahead and show you what map we're playing. DFH Stormy. Take a look at this. All right, guys. So sorry. We're having a little bit of trouble with the Discord call. It was lagging out while the video was happening. Hopefully it's fixed.
My internet is a potato. So hopefully that gets better. But yeah, it just that's some red bars. But that's not going to stop us from seeing some great games at the very least. So
yeah, if you want to go ahead and tell them to start when ready, while you do that, I do want to let you guys know of our sponsors for the evening. Haiku, if you're looking to assure your financial future, we recommend you look into joining the Haiku trading company, or community, I'm sorry. We don't have any audio. What's going on now? Here we go. It's all falling off the rails now, but
I'll just simulate it for you. Alright.
Luckily, the audio's back.
Oh.
We already see a goal from Drew Noble. So sorry about all of the technical issues with just getting them all worked out.
But a nice adaptation there from Drew. As we saw the latter half of that replay, it was actually a good 50-50 from our series, but wasn't not able to get it away from Drew. Went up in the air early, didn't have the read initially, but was able to follow it through, so nice goal for the Eclipse.
Yeah, Tech Sam and Drew Noble of the Eclipse taking on Z Adams and our Sayers for the Aviators in green. Gotta say, I really do like the Aviators color scheme this season. The green and gold, something about it just really makes me happy to watch them play.
It's nice. I do like it.
So now, Adams wants to tie this up. What a great shot. Around the defender. Beautiful from Adams.
What a cut. I mean, look at this one. This is just 1v1 prowess. Gets it past Texam, and then baits on the defender with a nice cut right here, getting the left side of the net. Actually, he just put it right in the center. He doesn't care for the left side. He just wants to let them know, I just styled on you incredibly hard.
1-1. Both of these teams, I'm hesitant to say what I expect out of the Foundation League this season. I feel like this is probably going to be the league where you're going to see some of the, some of the most crazy, results. Things that you would never expect as Drew Noble scores in the empty goal. Just because the play from the players is so volatile, right? I mean, at those lower levels, doing one thing better than your opponents can lead to so many goals and so many wins.
Front of me. It seems like every single time a player, one player, the change of the entire play. We saw right there was really just open net player.
Squid, it sounds like you are lagging in the Discord call again, unfortunately. Gonna try to get that fixed as the game continues. Yeah, so sorry. I don't know if it's the Discord server or what have you, but we are trying to get this fixed for you, I promise.
It just like happens at random intervals, so we'll just work around it.
Oh, there you are. You sound beautiful as ever now. Hopefully we can get... Oh, Drew Noble going for the double demo, but Tech Sam can't put it home. Sayers didn't actually get blown up, and he makes the save. That was an interesting play, though, from Drew. Smart play. Knew that his opponents, but okay, that touch wasn't the best. And Adams is going to tie it up.
I mean, it's just a classic example of Adams taking the opportunity that he found given to him. Drew was in a very awkward spot there. That touch was definitely not what he wanted. Looked like he was trying to control it. Just bumps up for Adams, and he takes that easy shot all the way home. And we got a tie game.
Tie game indeed. Sayers and Tech Sam meeting in mid. 3 minutes to go, 2-2 between these teams in game 1 of this series. I don't believe either of these teams were on the power rankings list for the preseason. It's hard to know what to expect from both of these players, or from both of these teams, rather. We are seeing some good Rocket League right now. Drew Noble carrying the ball out of his own end. Trying to dribble it around through the Aviator corner. He's going to meet the defender, but gets the pass out to Tech Sam. Adams going to have to make the save, and there's Sayers to clear it away. Now, Z Adams. Back down. Awkward touch from Drew. That was really close. Sayers had an opportunity just underneath the ball that time.
Nice defensive play on both ends so far. The Aviators coming out of there at half actually was an incredible transition. Getting that diving save over there. I believe that was Sayers in charge of that one. And then Adams was able to push it downfield. Now a great pass from Tech Sam. Our Sayers can't get a piece of it. And Drew Noble can't make contact either. It'll be NZ Adams to send it off to the side.
As great as that pass was, it actually kind of hurt Tech Sam. He was around the defender when he made that flick. All he had to do was carry it into the goal. I'm sure he wasn't expecting the defender to miss, however, and just unfortunate that didn't work out for him. But now here come the Aviators on the counterattack. That's just off the side. Our Sayers has a chance, but can't get up to it fast enough. And Tech Sam keeping it out of the goal for now. Adams, great shot. Drew has to make the save. The ball's still here, though. Here comes Sayers, and he gets the touch around both defenders to score. 3-2 for the Aviators. Uh-oh. I think Squid's having... I can't tell the strength of the call, unfortunately. So, Squid, I really hope that we can get this all working sooner rather than later. But the Aviators on top now, minute 20 to go. Here comes Tech Sam to put that towards the goal. Just a bit off, though. The Eclipse need to find a goal in the next minute and 5 seconds, and they've had their chances. I mean, the Aviators had some good pressure the past minute and a half, but the Eclipse certainly not out of this game if they can find the touches they had earlier on. I can definitely see them tying it up. They've got a minute to do it. The ball's going to pop out in mid. Sayers opting to clear that one into his own corner. Now Adams turning around. Good shot down the field. High off the wall, though. Here comes Adams. Tech Sam gets demoed by Sayers. I would have rather liked to see Sayers go for the pass. The demo didn't really give Adams much of an opportunity.
I mean, it's not necessarily that much of a bad idea, but when you're supposed to be the striker in that situation, then it starts becoming a bit of a bad idea. You are being relied on by your team, and now great opportunity. It's
Adams! No! So close.
So it's like, okay, be careful. Not time for
Drew Noble popping that home. Awkward play on the ball, certainly for Z Adams. And that's going to tie this game up 3-3, 20 seconds to go. We may see overtime in game 1. That's a good shot on goal. Sayers has to make the save just barely. Almost went in the goal there. Drew Noble has a chance. Can't find it, though. 10 seconds. This could be a rotation for the Aviators in transition, but Tech Sam is there to, well, at least keep it away for now. Drew Noble can't find the touch. He's so close. So close for the Aviators, but they're not going to pop that one home. And it's 3-3 in overtime now. Uh-oh, Drew Noble. Oh, this is beautiful. And that's going to score for the Eclipse, coming from behind to take game 1.
And you hate to see a kickoff goal to take OT, but just great speed there from Drew Noble, getting up to that kickoff just in time, right before the other player was able to get there, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Eclipse take it. In a game that they were down for a while in, 2-3, they ended up taking it in OT, so a nice comeback to that extent, but a rather even game on just about every front.
Yep, I would agree with that. It seemed like the Aviators had control for probably about half the game, a little bit more than that. A lot of pressure, but the Eclipse, I was saying it, I knew that the Eclipse could bring it out. I mean, look at the shot differential. Can't see it on the stream, unfortunately, but the Eclipse had 11 shots, the Aviators only 7. So definitely the Eclipse with the, obviously the winning amount of pressure, but I don't know. It's hard to tell, again, with these teams, it's so hard to tell what exactly is the cause of the victories. It seems like both teams were playing well. The Aviators not able to score on some of their opportunities, but really, if you're the Eclipse, you got to be happy with that game.
Yeah, you definitely do. And for the Aviators, you mentioned that it's only a 11-7 shot differential. It's not that big a difference, you know? You just kind of reconvene, make sure that you're set for the next game. You got pushed to overtime. Okay, you lost in OT rather quickly, but you managed to push it to overtime in the first place, and they had the lead there for a while. If they were just able to hold on to that, then it would have been fine. Maybe that's the reason they didn't have as many shots, because they realized they didn't necessarily have to put as much effort into playing offense. But the Eclipse came back, and, you know, it is what it is. It's game 2 now. You can move on forward and say, okay, let's keep it more solid this time.
Yep, it is game 2. And let's see, the Eclipse winning that one. For some reason, the scoreboard did not update when I changed over. Let's see if I can get it to update. There you go. So sorry about that. There we go. Correct score on the board. Now Adams looking for a quick goal. Oh my goodness, what a save by Drew Noble. With 2 players bearing down on him, he keeps that one out of the goal. Now Sayers looking for a touch. It's popped over him. Tech Sam right into Adams. Sayers. Now Drew Noble. Sayers clearing that all the way down. So the ball chilling in the Eclipse corner for now. Sayers going to pop that one on net. Now Drew Noble trying to challenge Adam. It looks like both teams kind of playing ping pong now. Can't find the pressure that they want. And that was a double commit from the Aviators, but the Eclipse just can't get the ball down the field fast enough to punish that. Although Drew Noble still has a chance here. Here comes Tech Sam to follow it up, and he's going to put it home. There you go, the Eclipse on the board.
A quality aerial shot from the midfield and a great pass from Drew Noble as well, popping that one up high from that position. Very difficult indeed, and our Sayers just a little bit too slow getting to that ball, but he fully respected the shot opportunity. And I like to see that they're playing that kind of aggressive defense, but Eclipse with the lead now. We'll have to see if they can capitalize and move forward with this.
Yeah, let's see. The Eclipse definitely want to keep on the pressure. Winning that first game was huge for them, I think, in this series. Seems like both teams are fairly evenly matched, so as much of a momentum swing as you can get, as much leeway as you can get in the series is certainly important for teams that are this closely matched. Sayers out of his own corner. Drew Noble, not the greatest touch. This is going to give Sayers a chance to challenge Tech Sam, but he hits it right at him. Adams will follow it up, though, putting it into the Eclipse corner. Drew Noble. Now our Sayers again. Ball high on the back wall. Drew Noble doesn't have a lot of boost, but he's willing to play this one either way. Adams. That's going to fly up. Here comes Tech Sam to have to make the save. It's still here, though. Adams just not in a great spot to follow it up. And we are stuck in the Eclipse corner. For now, anyway. As I say that, the Eclipse clearing it away. Sayers, oh no, he overshot it, Drew Noble did, but the ball doesn't find the back of the net. Here's another shot, just off the mark from Sayers, and the Aviators, unfortunately, throwing away that opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to want that one back, but the key point there is that they were able to continue to keep possession in the offensive end and put on that kind of pressure in the end. Sure, it wasn't what you wanted, but being able to make them think, make the Eclipse say like, oh god, we're panicking now, we got to do something with this ball at all. The fact that that happened is good in itself for the Aviators. Sure, they're just still down that one goal. And
oh no!
Dang it.
I'm telling you, chat, I'm telling you, Squid is the curse, not me. I promise.
I'm sorry.
It was a really close. I appreciate the attempt from the defender. Unfortunately, he pinched it the wrong way and it went into the net. But, you know, you get caught off guard with your teammate not being able to play the ball, and you got to make a split-second decision. The attempt was smart to try to play it off the post. Just the execution not quite there, and that will put the Aviators down 2 in this game. Game 2. Tech Sam wanting to add on to that total, but Adams is there to keep it out of the goal mouth for now. Not able to play that one, though. Here comes Tech Sam. Got to pop it over Sayers. There's another goal for the Eclipse.
Great shot from Drew Noble, especially finding that right side of the net, and you love to see it. And a nice pass from Tech Sam as well. I really can't exaggerate that. It was brilliant. Putting that perfect spot was at the top of the box, but not quite in range of the second defender right there. Getting it past the goal line defender, not quite out so far in the midfield where he played away by the backup man. And there it is. Easy shot for Drew to put it on the right side of the net. And again, great placement. Just an overall great play from the Eclipse.
So now Adams wants to get his team on the board. Drew Noble is still keeping the pressure on in Aviator territory, though. Perhaps the Aviators can try to fly the ball over top of the Eclipse. Perhaps they will have a bit more luck with that. Tech Sam clearing the ball away. And that's a bit of an awkward play. Drew Noble won't be able to get the touch. Tech Sam has to rotate back. No, he missed the net, did Sayers. Oh, so close. Another goal that I'm sure the Aviators wish they could have back. The ball cleared away. Drew Noble now one-on-one against Sayers. Tech Sam not on goal either. And 45 seconds to go. The Eclipse holding the 3-goal lead. Let's see if the Aviators can't get on the board with this little amount of time left. That ball's just going to stay in mid. Now Adams in the corner. Drew Noble off the sidewall. 30 seconds to go. Tech Sam high off the wall. And is this open for him? No, just a bit off the mark again from Tech Sam. But with 15 seconds to go, it's not going to matter too much. Can he get this touch? He does get around the defender, but Sayers falling into that ball. Keeping the touch away from Drew Noble. 5 seconds remaining and 4. We will see the Eclipse taking a 2-0 series lead. Over top the Aviators, 3-0 the final score of this one.
Just solid play. I don't think I really need to say much more about it. I mean, the Aviators didn't have the kind of pressure that we saw last time around. Eclipse were 3 for 3 on their shots and goals, and some passes as well, per usual. Tech Sam and Drew Noble just making a very nice team, I've been noticing, and their individual mechanics are also very strong. So just the Eclipse, honestly, they're kind of like a roadblock for the Aviators in every single way. This is not nearly as far and away as the first series that we saw on the stream tonight, but it still feels like the Eclipse might take this like every single game just because of how solid they're playing right now.
They are playing very solid. I would almost have to agree with you. However, you are the curse of Rocket League, so it would be in poor taste.
That's not a good reputation, I suppose. Probably try and shake that.
Only joking, of course. But the Eclipse certainly poised to take this series. Game 3 underway now. Aviators need an answer to the pressure from the Eclipse. That's not the answer, though! Sayers putting it in his own goal.
What a good shot. Not gonna lie, R Sayers with a fantastic angle right here on the aerial. Unfortunately, it seems like he might be a little bit colorblind, because that is definitely not the right net to shoot on.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you. That was a beautiful shot. But just, again, yeah, just not in the right spot. That's okay, though. We'll see if they can recover from that. Whoa, that one's on goal, and that's going to score. Adams putting his team on the board with a nice challenge.
All right, well, the start of this game, clearly a bit of a strange one. That 50-50, I mean, I won't call it necessarily lucky because, I mean, 50-50 design is a very important part of Rocket League. but I'm going to call it a little bit lucky because Texan was not ready for that one. And Adams, I don't really think that was part of the plan. He just wanted to win the 50-50. Don't necessarily think he was planning to put it on target.
So now Sayers wants to put his team in the lead. They haven't had a lead in quite a long time, but Texam's not going to let them have that. That's a free goal for the Eclipse.
No lead in a long time, and don't plan on any time soon if the Eclipse are going to be able to just drive that one straight home. I mean, for the Aviators, I mean, I appreciate that you're trying to make that 50-50 at midfield, but you always have to have that in the back of your head. You have to have that knowledge that if you lose, it's going to be free. Because your teammate's not going to be able to rotate around in time. And I feel like that may be what's been their bane a lot so far. We've seen plenty of open nets for the Eclipse. Of course, they made team plays and such, using their mechanical skill to outplay the opponents as well. I'm not going to take that away from them, but we've seen lots of open net opportunities, and that's just not something that you need to have here.
Yeah, it goes back to kind of what I was talking about earlier, where it seems like the little things really start to hurt teams in this league. The rotation play, the transition play, not good. I mean, just not great from the Aviators. I mean, there's nothing more to it. The defensive positioning hasn't been great. Oh, wow, Texam almost putting that in his own net. Trying to return the favor, but see, here it is again. The rotation just not good. It gives Drew Noble a chance, but the ball just a bit off the mark. And the Aviators get away with that one.
Again, 50-50 going out of their favor. They just didn't have that in the back of their mind. They weren't thinking about what happens if they lost that 50-50. It was a completely free net the other way, and they're just lucky that they didn't get punished on it in time. Drew Noble just wasn't in the right spot, and there's a great 50-50 win. And again, this is the same kind of concept. And I mean, this time, obviously, you had to go for it.
Right.
But you have to keep that in the back of your mind. What happens if you lose this? And I feel like they're just not respecting that enough. I feel like they're just going at it expecting, okay, well, we're going to win this. We're going to win this. You can't assume that, especially not at the stage where it's happened so many times where you're not able to make the play on the ball. And it looks like Drew Noble may have had a controller DC.
Oh, is that? I can't tell. I don't know what his ping is like. Maybe he lagged out or something. Or perhaps there's some kind of emergency. Hopefully not. Hopefully he is okay, and we can get back into some more Rocket League. There he is. Okay, so everything seems to be under control now. Bit of a free goal for the Aviators. But if you're the Eclipse, I wouldn't really worry about that one too much. Just get back into playing your game, as they've been doing so well for the first 2.5 games. Adams has to make a touch. He's not going to find it, and Texam getting the chip play for a goal.
I mean, for the Aviators, this hurts, and I mean, this should hurt you and equally not hurt you at the same time. And here's why. Of course, it should hurt you because you screwed that up. That was a massive screw up at any level of the game. Like, Adams, he knows he should have made that save. The better part of that, though, is that he knows he should have made that save. It was just a simple mistake, and it probably won't happen again. Easy to remedy. It's one more goal that they have to get back, of course, but it's not like the Eclipse were outplaying them, so it's not something you're going to have to worry about in the future.
Now Sayers has to clear that one away. He will do so, but Texam is still here. Good shot. Sayers another save, and this one's going to roll in the back of the net as well. So the Eclipse taking a 3-goal lead just about halfway.
Strange interaction right here. I'm not going to lie. Arthur was trying to get that one out, and then Adams couldn't get it away. Just a bit of an awkward situation. I mean, what more do you want to say about it? But still, unlucky for the Aviators. If that happened to the Eclipse, then that would be like, wow, okay, yeah, nice. We're back in this one. We got everything now, but a 3-goal deficit after you just had an unlucky goal against a moment beforehand is not going to be good for morale.
And that's going to be another one for Drew Noble. Off the play along the sidewall. Sayers, not the greatest clear. Good idea, but just a bit unlucky off the side of the wall there, and that gives Drew Noble a pretty easy tap in. It's around both defenders, so it's a good shot placement, but again, the Aviators' defense needs a bit of work. We're halfway through. The Eclipse up by 4, 6-2. And it looks like they're going to take the series unless the Aviators can pull off something similar to a miracle. We'll have to see, though. I don't want them to give up. Certainly, I don't think anybody wants the Aviators to give up. I don't think we ever want that, but I more mean that I hope that they continue to try to play their brand of Rocket League, to try to improve on the little things that they're doing wrong, and I really think they could maybe even steal a game from the Eclipse if they can fix those problems.
Yeah, I definitely think so, and scrims are very useful for that. I don't know what they've been doing in those scrimmages, but here's a good punish. There's Arceirs. He's gonna get a good one off of Texam, and this is one of the situations that happens when the Aviators take a 50-50 and they end up winning. I mean, it wasn't necessarily 50-50, but he still went for it, and he had the idea in his mind, which is the important part. But scrims, I had the chance to be on the affiliate stream multiple times to watch scrimmages, and I have to say, I've seen lots of personal and team play improvements in teams that have been playing scrimmages. So I don't know if the Aviators Foundation League has been participating in that, but if they haven't, then they definitely should. And if they have, then I'd like to see them improve even more, because there's definitely something here. We can tell that they're trying to be aggressive with their gameplay, but it's just not working out for them against the Eclipse.
And that's another empty net goal for Texam. He has 4 goals in this game, and I'm pretty sure all but one of them have been empty net plays, and the one he didn't score, or the one he did score that wasn't an empty net, was just a miss by the defense. And it's kind of the story of this series. But to your point about scrims, it's also worth mentioning that since this is a brand new season, this is the first week. These teams are just starting to play with each other. I don't know how many scrims each team has had or played in. I don't know previous history between most of the players, but as the series goes on and the season as a whole goes on, hopefully these teams can start building that chemistry that's important in all facets of Rocket League. Towards the end of the season, we can start seeing these teams come together, similar to what you were saying earlier. But scrims, as you said, probably the most important thing, especially for these new teams. But the Aviators, not completely out of luck quite yet. They've got 2 more games. They're not going to take the series. They're going to go down 3 games in the series.
What are you talking about? They can still win.
Well, if they do,
yeah,
then I will admit that I'm the curse of Rocket League. But I guess,
as you were saying.
But with 2 games remaining, it would be nice. I mean, they played the Eclipse well in game 1. They only lost by a goal in overtime, and it's kind of fallen off since then. But if they can return to form in that first game, then I certainly think that we could have an interesting final 2 games of this series. But that's going to be it for this one. Oh, almost another goal from Drew Noble there. Good save by Arceirs, and that's it. The Eclipse 3-0 in the series. 2 more games to go. What are your, if you're Coach Squid of the Aviators, what is the one key point to your players for next game?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Key points. I think number 1 would be, don't get down in the dumps. There is only one thing worse than having an opponent who's just straight up better than you in Rocket League, and it's your own morale being low. That will make you play as a player so much worse than you're actually capable of. And I feel like we've already seen that a couple of times. My game just crashed, so I'm going to have to fix that here in just a second. Number 2 would be make sure that you're not leaving that midfield line undefended. We've seen so many open net goals from the Eclipse that they're just kind of like shoving it downfield, and there's nobody home for the Aviators. And I was talking about that with the 50-50s. You gotta be thinking about that before you just dive in on any old ball. You gotta think about what could potentially happen. You have to have somebody who's considering what the worst could be. And we've seen that at the top level of Rocket League. It's always been a matter of discussion. In the first couple of seasons of RLCS, it's always been out there that you have to think about what could happen. And that's the most important part. Have a guy back there who's thinking like, okay, well, I expect my teammates to be able to make this play, but in the event that, Cuxer comes along the sidewall and pitches it straight towards the net, I want to be there.
Well, I hope, certainly after this stream, that each of these teams go back and rewatch these games, because every single point you made is a point I would have made myself. Just, I couldn't, I was trying to think of things to expand on what you were saying, but you hit just about everything. And absolutely. So here we go. The Aviators in this game already got a goal. That's good. You're on the board. You're in the lead. Now shore up the defense, and we'll see if they can't pull out a win against the Eclipse. 1-0. 40 seconds in. I think I saw you join the server. You're good now?
Yes.
Okay, very good. We are underway. Game number 4. Sayers off the wall. Texam's going to have a shot on goal, but Adams is there to clear it away. Texam probably wanted to get a bit more height on that ball. but it was cleared away. Still in Aviators' corner, though. This could be dangerous. Adams looking for the play. Oh, Sayers almost had that pass, but Adams is going to take the ball down. It's going to hem the Eclipse in, but that was a great pinch to relieve some of the pressure by the defender. Now, Sayers challenging Tech Sam. Trying to get it around the wall. It's going to pop out right in front. Adams can't find the touch, and Sayers making a risky challenge, but finds it that time. Now Adams out of his own corner. Gonna come down, and the ball might just stay here. Not the greatest pass there. It can be difficult to find the infield passes. Certainly something that a lot of teams practice on a lot. It would be nice to see these teams try to connect with that a little bit more. It seems like both teams kind of just killing the ball into the corner, hoping for a defensive whiff or a counterattack or something out of most of these plays.
Yeah, and infield passes are one of those things where it's like, okay, well, this can provide you with excellent benefits, and oh boy, save there for Tech Sam. But it's one of those things that can provide you with like immense benefits in terms of offensive play and even defensive transitions, getting downfield with the ball. But on the other hand, if you try to make an infield pass and there's only the opponent there, then it's just going to turn into a long clear downfield. You're going to be on the back foot for some time. So as much as I like them trying to do that, I want to make sure that they're confident that their teammate's going to be there.
Bit of a whiff. I think both players expecting the other to hit the ball. But it will stay out of the Aviator goal for now. The Eclipse certainly mounting a lot of pressure, just can't find the touch to get the ball in the back of the goal. But as I say that, here comes Drew Noble just off the side. Almost there from Drew. I'd like to see the passing plays. The Eclipse seem to have the passing plays kind of down. They need to work on the finish, certainly, but the play is there, and that's really what matters at this level.
Yeah, and for the Eclipse, you don't want to slow down at this point. Honestly, it feels like they might have gotten a little bit complacent, and since the Aviators got that first goal, you could tell that their momentum is back. They're ready to play this game. They have people playing safe. They're not just diving at every single ball that they get, and they're able to put goals on like that one right there. NZ Adams is going to find the left corner. I believe our series is actually getting a little bit physical here.
Yeah, maybe he just found himself in an opportune position. Gets the block onto Tech Sam. NZ Adams a little risky with that shot, kind of hitting it right at the defender, but works out for him that time. The Aviators take a 2-0 lead. Minute 45 to go. Just certainly the best opportunity they've had, but here comes Tech Sam. No, he hits the post! I thought he had it! He just missed it wide. And now it's the Eclipse missing goals that they shouldn't be.
That is a face desk if I've ever seen one. I mean, it looked like it was in. It even looked like for a second. I didn't even believe it was a miss until it actually hit the post and went away. So Tech Sam looking at that, he probably dropped the controller at that point and said, yeah, nice goal. He's ready for fist bumps all around, but he just looked back at it and was like, wait, why is there no, like, why is my name not on the screen? What's going on here?
Oh no, here it comes again, Adams! Putting his team up by 3. This is certainly the game the Aviators wanted after being down 3 games.
The day the Eclipse ended, I actually saw somebody in chat mentioning it's like Eclipses only last for a short time. And apparently Eclipse's offense only lasts for a short time because, oh my goodness, game number 4 is definitely belonging to the Aviators right there. If you're Drew Noble, you have to be up for that ball. And he probably realized it too. He was probably just a little bit low on boost or couldn't turn around in time. And they're just open a nice spot for NZ.
We'll see if the Eclipse can battle back in this one. They've only got a minute. They got to score 3. That's off the top of the wall, but Adams there again. Good defensive play now from the Aviators. It's not the greatest offensive positioning and passes from the Eclipse, but so far the Aviators are perfect. But they've got to rotate back in a hurry. Both players kind of stuck in the goal there. Adams even gets tripped up, but he's back in time. But that's a double commit. Tech Sam missing wide. Here comes Drew Noble, and he'll score to break the shutout.
And, I mean, they did score in the end, but for the Eclipse, this is incredibly uncharacteristic. The Aviators they made a marginally large commit right there. I believe it was Arcers going for a demo, and then NZ Adam following up regardless. The Eclipse pushing that one downfield. They didn't just score on the open net like they're used to. It was Tech Sam passed out to Drew Noble, and then he couldn't get power up on the ball to get behind it. The Aviators still had an opportunity to make a defensive play. Of course, like I mentioned, they didn't get it away in the end, but it's that's just super telltale of maybe a change of pace here. The Eclipse not playing like they used to.
Well, it looks like the Aviators are going to take their first game of this series. There's 10 seconds left, 2-goal lead. They don't think the Eclipse have enough time, but this could be important. Texam's going to put this on the goal, and he's giving his team a chance. They have 4 seconds plus extra time if they can keep the ball in the air to score 1 and send us to overtime.
For the Aviators, play a guy in the net on face-off, please. Oh my goodness. Maybe even go for a fake. You know, this is one of those spots where nobody would ever expect a fake face-off, but it could happen.
We'll see what they decide to do. Texam cheating up. Will get the ball in the air, but he's got to keep it there. This is a good dribble around the wall. It's going to come right out in front! Oh my goodness, so close, but the Aviators coming away with Game 4 by that much.
You gotta decide who's going for the ball before it gets there. It looked like Texam just wanted to doomsy dish it for himself, and then Drew Noble's in the center just waiting for the pass, and ended up getting a hit over top of him. So that's an unfortunate miscommunication, I think, to say the least. But Aviators did keep NC Adams in net off of faceoff, so at least they were trying to play that one safe. Almost didn't work out for them. Did in the end. But heart attacks were had on the green team, I'm certain. Either way, they got their first game, and it was solid. They opened up with those first 3 goals. Eclipse had to answer back with those 2, and almost got a third, which was again a little bit of a close call. But I mean, there you go. It's just the way the stats read.
Yeah, close call for the Aviators, certainly. But hey, I will take a close call if it means a win every single time. And that is the first victory for them in this series. So, good. It's good. It's what I was saying. I'm glad the Aviators didn't give up. They continued to play the way they wanted to play, and it worked out for them this time. We'll see if they can get a second game. They might have lost the series, but every game you win does matter when it comes down to the playoffs and the end of the season. Now, Drew Noble with a shot on goal, and already some good pressure from the Eclipse. Sayers has to play that away, and that's over the head of Drew Noble, just off the mark, but he doesn't get the touch, so this could be big. Oh, just off the crossbar from Sayers. Had the right idea, couldn't capitalize, though.
Well, the important part is he did get it away from Texam, so even though he missed that, he was respecting the potential for a dunk there, and he wanted to get it playable for NC Adams, and now look, they're still in the offensive end because of that. So really a heads-up play, if you think about it. He wasn't just trying to mindlessly go for the net.
Sayers. Oh, gets it around 1, and he's going to score with that. Beautiful challenge from Sayers.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. They managed to keep it in the offensive half, and then they had that man at the midfield line. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Having that man at the midfield line, making sure that the Eclipse aren't able to come out and just, score on you whenever they want. Very valuable. They were able to transition that one straight into a goal off the overcommit there from Texam. Very well done.
Texam and Adams meeting for the face-off, second face-off of this game. 1-0 for the Aviators, minute gone by. Ball is going to bounce down. Texam's looking for a challenge. He'll find it. Good challenge from him there. And now Sayers bouncing it off the top of Drew Noble's car, and he's going to get another touch. Texam's going to have to rotate out to play that one. Drew Noble gets bumped, so he doesn't have quite the line on it, but a good pass to Texam. And now it's time for the Eclipse on offense. High off the wall. Sayers up in the air for it. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Drew Noble can't find the touch around, though. Good play from Sayers to get back in position.
Quality defense from the Aviators, something that they desperately needed, and what we saw from the Eclipse early on in this series. Remember, I mean, we saw a 7-3 game, I think, was the final scoreline. So the fact they were able to defend their own goal line is a massive improvement on what they were able to do last time. Their midfield and goal line defense has been so vastly improved this series. But honestly, I was mentioning how it's important to make sure that you're improving yourself over the course of a scrimmage, and this kind of looking like a hit there, but
not a great decision from Sayers in the corner. Yeah, I would have liked to see him try to control that at least a little bit, or at least do something other than boom it off the wall towards mid. His teammate was not in position to play that. We are tied 1-1, about 3 minutes to go. The Eclipse and the Aviators playing each other this week. Champion League teams playing each other tomorrow at 9. But the Academy League played yesterday, I believe, at 9. And the Eclipse won every game of that, 5-0.
Oh my.
And get this, the Eclipse scored 27 goals in that series. The Aviators scored a total of 5.
My gosh.
So it was quite the blowout in that series. We'll see. Obviously, the Aviators team, Foundation League team, having a bit better of a series against the Eclipse. But
I mean, personally, I did get to see the Eclipse in scrims. I actually saw them twice. And their Academy League team, honestly, if I recall correctly, they weren't doing so well when I was watching on the affiliate stream. So the fact that they're able to come out with that 5-0 win is just a testament. I mean, they lost both of those scrims that I was able to witness, but they probably did more considering how tenacious they are. And look what it did. Able to 5-0 with a 27-5 scoreline. That is just what scrimmages can do to you. And a great dunk from Drew Noble.
Oh, it's on the goal line. Oh my God, Adams makes the save. Are you kidding? And we're still tied. That's unbelievable.
Nope, nah, cheats. Nah, it can't be real.
The Aviators pulling out all the stops now. Adams trying to challenge Texam, gets the bump on him finally. Minute 25 to go. Still 1-1. We may go to overtime. Would be a good way to end the series, the way we began it. Now Sayers playing that towards Adams. They do need to get the ball out, though. This is a lot of pressure from the Eclipse. The Aviators need to be careful. That's a good clear from Sayers. And that's not the greatest touch from Drew Noble backflipping on accident, but he does recover. Picks up the corner boost and now has the ball. Trying to play it down to Texam. It's just going to sit here in mid. So both teams having their chances. Just can't convert yet.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the 5
Oh,
minute
no. Sayers, please. Okay, he's back. Oh, my goodness.
No, oh, what a save. What a save from NC Adams. Earns himself a savior medal with that one as well. And I mean, he deserves it just for that one. That was clutch.
So now Drew Noble popping it up. Looking for Texam. Sayers misses, so does Texam. Now Drew Noble. Adams has to make the play on this ball. He will clear it out. So there's about 20 seconds remaining. Pretty much next goal wins, I would say. And it looks like Texam just couldn't get it past the goaltending from Sayers. And this is on goal. Sayers, will he score? No! Texam rotating back just in time. And it looks like we will be going to overtime, yes. 1-1, overtime, game 5 between Eclipse and the Aviators. Who's going to pull this out?
Last overtime was only 6 seconds long, so we're already past that mark, but that was almost a telltale miss there.
Now, Texam wants to clear it out of the zone, and he will. He's trying to hunt down this ball. Off the wall. Now Sayers looking for Adams. Adams playing that one, getting it by one. He's got one to beat in Texam, and Texam's able to make the play on Adams. He didn't have quite enough boost there, and here comes the Eclipse in transition. Texam has a good line on this. He's going to try for the pass. That's a great pass to Drew Noble, and he misses it wide, hits the post. So the Eclipse can't follow it up, and now giving Aviators a little bit of extra life. We'll see what they can do with it. They need to get it out of their zone, though. Drew Noble's got a shot, and that one's off the mark as well. He gets the demo on Adams, maybe in frustration. But that ball's on goal, and Texam's going to win it for his team.
It may have been out of frustration, but it was definitely of some great use because he was nowhere to be found when that ball crossed the goal line. 4 minutes and 5 seconds in game time is what it took to finally get the game-winning goal across the line. But there you go. The Eclipse have it. 4 games to the Aviators 1. But they did take that one, and it was a good one. And then we had 2 overtimes as well. So this series, regardless of what it may seem, was actually rather close. And I actually personally enjoyed it. The Aviators with some definite personal improvement because the Eclipse had a scoreline of 7-3 in a fairly blowout game in game number 3, I believe it was. And then game number 2 wasn't so close either.
Yeah, if you guys were wondering why I wasn't using the face cams earlier on, Squid, I don't know if you'll like this or not. You're frozen on the screen. That's a pretty good picture of you, though, I gotta admit.
Oh, cool.
It looks fine, but
usually it's like a horrendously awful picture, you know? You know how it is, like anytime you like freeze frame somebody, like on a live camera, they always got that face like, ugh.
Oh, well, you look fine in this one. Anyways, guys, we've watched some fantastic Rocket League. We watched the Eclipse and the Spectre, Tyrants Flames, Eclipse Aviators, all of the series, a lot of fun. And I'm with you. I think the Foundation League, I mean, you got to say it. It's not highest level Rocket League, right? I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast, right? But
Sure.
it's still so exciting. That was so fun to watch because both of the teams, you can see the improvement as they're playing. It's awesome.
I mean, that's really the whole point, honestly. I mean, we got the Foundation League. We wanted to make this competitive environment for these kinds of players so they have that drive to improve. And the fact that they're improving game to game is a testament to the environment that we've been able to create for these players. So it's great to see. We love that they can come out and compete at this level, even though, obviously you said it, it's not the highest level of Rocket League, but it's still great to see. And again, players being able to improve is the ultimate goal. So we of course we provide all these leagues. Foundation, they can move their way up through Academy, Champ, and all the way to Premier League, and maybe someday the professional level. Which I mean, that would be a story, but that would be a typical story.
Well, hopefully we will be able to capture it all here at MLE. Squid, thank you so much for casting with me. It has been a blast all night long. And everybody, thank you so much for watching. Squid, do you have any final words before we send it away?
Be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited. Showdown Saturday, I think, is the one. Or is that right?
Is that what it's called? I believe so.
Saturday?
I think you're right. I think you're correct.
Even if it's not Showdown Saturday, there's gonna be showdowns, and it's gonna be on Saturdays. So it's basically
So, as he said, we will be back tomorrow night, same time. Couple different casters, though. We've got some newer faces showing up tomorrow. Squid, you will still be on here.
I will. For one of them.
No, you're going to be here for two, unless you want to change it up. I don't really care what happens. I'll be here for one. You'll be here for a couple. And it should be a lot of fun. Guys, this has been a fantastic first stream. Thank you all so much for watching. And I cannot wait to continue our quest through season number 8. Have a great rest of your night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.